If this email is correct, and I'm reading this right, then I should have my Peninsula review out next week. And so that movie is a sequel to this movie, a movie I've never seen. So I said, you know what, I should watch it, and you know what, I can get a review of it too. Even though it's an older movie, with a new movie coming out, older movie, I can review it. COVID, let's do this. Train to Busan. This film was released back in 2016, and I have never seen this movie. This South Korean horror zombie film, which is raving reviews, and I have heard absolutely nothing bad about this movie. Everyone I've ever talked to, seen stuff for, the movie is just great. A masterpiece, apparently. And I'm like, whoa, but I've never actually seen the movie. Why? Because I'm mean. I just never sat down and watched it. I watched it on Netflix, for crying out loud. And going into this movie, again, I knew nothing. I know no spoilers. I hadn't even seen a trailer to this movie. I don't know much about this movie going in, which I really liked because, again, the movie's been talked about so much, and I knew nothing. I knew no spoilers going in. The movie is about a dad and his young daughter boarding onto a train to Busan to go see his now divorced wife, and until a zombie outbreak bursts out through South Korea, the infection is on the train, zombies are attacking passengers, and now a group of survivors must get through car to survive and defend the zombies and trying to get to Busan. If I screw up the name of the director, I am very sorry, but Yeong Song-ho is the director of this movie. He's also doing the sequel. I have to give the directing a huge admiration because the directing and the cinematography is absolutely awesome. I mean, this is the kind of movie you would see at like $3 DVD at Walmart, Target, just sitting there. And with this movie, he took certain characters, gave them actual human emotions, and he put them in a dangerous, claustrophobic situation, and it makes the audience really, really care. And this movie, from beginning to end, I was eyes on the screen. I was never, ever bored at this movie. The movie does such a great job with its script, putting these characters in situations every moment. The movie barely gives you time to breathe, going through these carts, and it's the zombies, all the freaking out, eating on people, ripping them apart, them turning into zombies, and then when we enter into more of the human aspect of like people who want to survive and will do anything to put others in harm, danger, for themselves to survive. The movie does a really, really good job with that, and that starts off with the main actor, which I do not know his name. I just know he did an amazing job in this movie. Him and the young daughter were really good, and his friend that he meets that is with a pregnant wife, he was a badass, a straight up badass, and I loved his wife who was pregnant. And this group of cast, I mean, they all get their little moments of character motivations, and it helps in this movie because, again, the movie never lets you breathe. So we need characters to be stuck in the situation. And my God, I mean, the direction and cinematography, there are times I'm like, how are they filming this? How is that camera pulling across the train like that? It's mind-bendingly like crazy, and it makes me so excited. It makes me want to direct a movie like right now, whatever. But the movie, it's so inspiring in that aspect. Again, the acting is really good. They put really good characters in these motivation moments, and you care. And I mean, you really care. Earlier on in the movie, there was a movie I got a little teary-eyed. I was like, ah, and I was like, because I didn't see. There were things I was like, how are they gonna do this? Because the movie does a really good job with its zombies. It's not your just normal zombies. It has your don't get bit kind of moments and all kind of stuff. But there are certain things I don't want to spoil that are completely different from other zombie movies. And so when this movie is in the moments of like pure danger, I'm like, how in the hell are these characters gonna get stuck out of this? And the movie figures it out, and I'm all in for it. It's original, it feels different, it feels like it has so much energy in every frame of this movie, and I love that about this movie. If I had any cons, there's only two things that I can only say about this entire movie. One, the CGI isn't the greatest. There are times where these zombies are running so fast and they pile up on each other. Totally remind me of World War Z, and it almost looked like World War Z. It just looked very CGI heavy at times. When there was big crowds of zombies running or whatever, it looked great with actual humans running. But then when they started piling on each other and stuff like that, I was like, it just looked fake. It just looked, there was the moment I was like, I got took out of the movie. That was the one moment I was like, okay. And that, my second gripe is actually involving the CGI. Towards the end of this movie, there's a scene where they pile up and they are doing something to slow something down. And I was like, okay, I'm not buying it, even though it's a zombie film. It's different. I've never seen that before, but I was like, it looked cartoony in my opinion. But besides that and the CGI, I mean, this movie was intense with great characters. It even had great little themes of like the dad who's this workaholic and his little daughter who just wanted to spend time with him and wanted to go see her mom who they're getting divorced with. It had good character moments, how she missed him at his pageant and how that comes back toward the end of this movie. And speaking of the end of this movie, I mean, what a great ending, whatever. It really got me, and I won't lie. There were some tears going down my face. I won't get into spoilers, but the movie really does a good job with this character of this dad going through this progress of this terrible situation. At the very end, it gets you in the feels, it puts you in these character situations, and it is deep down sad. And if you don't cry in this movie, then you must be a really tough person, because at the very end, I had some tears going down my face. I was like, damn, man, I did not expect this movie to do this to me. And it did it. I will give Train to Busan an A. It's on Netflix right now. Go and watch it, guys. It was not a waste of your time. Please do it. Even though it's in subtitles, it's South Korean, who cares? They gave us Parasite. So, I mean, you can be okay with this movie. Go watch it, guys. I'm telling you, it's a very good one. And it gets me more hyped that next week I am seeing the sequel, Peninsula. So, check that out in a couple days or so. I'm not really sure when I get to see it. I just know I should be seeing it next week. Anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, everyone.